Welcome to BioSyntex Insights, where science meets the future. I'm Brian.
And I'm Serena.
Today, we'll break down how blockchain can save lives, cut billions in costs, and create a healthcare system that's not just a reactive, but predictive. Think about this. Every single pill, vaccine, or therapy we rely on travels through a complex global web before it reaches a patient. Somewhere along that journey, things can, and often do, go wrong. Counterfeit drugs, supply chain failures, even clinical trial data manipulation.
But what if there was a way to lock in trust, security, and transparency at every step? That's where blockchain comes in. And here's the kicker. We're not just talking about theory. At BioSyntex, we're developing innovations that could be patentable, shaping the future of pharma with blockchain technology that ensures drug authenticity, data integrity, and regulatory compliance.
Today, we'll break down how blockchain can save lives, cut billions in costs, and create a healthcare system that's not just a reactive, but predictive. Whether you're a pharma exec, a researcher, or just someone who wants to know their medicine is safe, this episode is for you. All right, let's get into it. Here's something terrifying. Experts estimate that up to 30% of medications in developing countries could be counterfeit. But what if blockchain technology could make fake drugs impossible?
That's such a critical issue. And what's even more alarming is that this isn't just affecting developing nations. The global counterfeit drug market costs the pharmaceutical industry billions annually.
Let me break this down because I think people need to understand just how revolutionary blockchain technology could be for drug safety. Imagine every single pill bottle having its own digital passport that records its entire journey.
Well, it's essentially like having a sophisticated GPS tracker on your medication. Every time that bottle moves from one place to another, it's recorded on this unchangeable digital ledger.
And here's what absolutely blows my mind. You could potentially verify if your medication is genuine just by scanning it with your phone. No more wondering if what you're taking is safe or if it's been stored properly.
But how exactly does this technology prevent tampering with the records themselves?
That's where it gets really interesting. Once data is recorded on the blockchain, it becomes practically impossible to alter. Think of it like a digital version of Amber. Whatever gets preserved inside is permanently frozen in time, visible to everyone but unchangeable.
And what's particularly fascinating is how this applies to clinical trials. Right now, there's always concern about data integrity in drug testing.
Exactly right. And let me share some shocking numbers. Studies suggest that up to 20% of clinical trial data contains some form of manipulation or errors. And with blockchain, every single data point is timestamped and locked in place, making tampering virtually impossible.
That's huge for drug development and patient safety. But let's talk about what this means for the regulatory side of things.
Well, here's where it gets really exciting. The pharmaceutical industry currently spends about $15 billion annually just dealing with regulatory compliance. Blockchain could slash those costs while actually improving oversight.
So you're saying it's both more efficient and more effective?
Precisely. And let me give you a concrete example. Right now, when the FDA needs to investigate a drug safety issue, it can take weeks or even months to gather all the necessary documentation. With blockchain, regulators could access verified data instantly.
That kind of speed could literally save lives when we're talking about identifying dangerous side effects or contaminated batches.
And speaking of saving lives, let's talk about something called smart contracts. These are essentially self-executing agreements built into the blockchain that could revolutionize how we handle everything, from supply chain management to adverse event reporting.
Well, that sounds promising, but let's break down what that means in practical terms for healthcare providers and patients.
So imagine this, while a temperature-sensitive medication is being shipped, smart contracts could automatically monitor storage conditions, and if the temperature goes outside the safe range, it immediately triggers alerts and documents the issue. No human intervention needed.
That's fascinating because it creates this perfect chain of accountability that's never existed before in pharmaceutical distribution.
And here's another game-changing aspect. Blockchain could transform how we handle personalized medicine. With treatments becoming more individualized, ensuring the right patient gets exactly the right medication becomes critical.
That's particularly relevant given that the personalized medicine market is expected to reach almost $4 trillion by 2030.
You know what's really exciting? When we combine blockchain with other emerging technologies like artificial intelligence and IoT sensors. We're talking about creating a healthcare ecosystem that's not just more secure, but actually predictive.
The implications for global health are truly staggering when you think about it that way.
Let me share one final thought. We're not just talking about incremental improvements here. This is a fundamental transformation of how we ensure medication safety, protect patient data, and manage the entire healthcare ecosystem.
That's exactly right. We're witnessing the early stages of a revolution in how medications are manufactured, distributed, and monitored. It's making the entire system safer and more efficient in ways we couldn't have imagined just a few years ago.
And ultimately, isn't that what healthcare should be about? Making sure that when people need medicine, they can trust that what they're taking is safe, effective, and exactly what their doctor prescribed. Blockchain technology is making that vision a reality. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the transformative potential of blockchain in the pharmaceutical industry. From enhancing drug safety and supply chain transparency to revolutionizing data integrity and regulatory compliance. Blockchain isn't just a technological upgrade. It's the future of how we safeguard patient health and ensure the efficacy of life-saving medications. At BioSyntex, we're committed to pushing the boundaries of innovation, whether it's through groundbreaking therapeutics or pioneering secure, transparent systems that support global health. If you found this episode insightful, don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave us a review. Your support helps us continue to explore the technologies shaping the future of healthcare. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and remember, innovation isn't just about what's next, it's about what's necessary.